Hello YouTube, it is Ranger Cat here. I've done a few different name changes, so that's why I'll be sticking with this name change because I love this name because the Ranger part is from the Ranger Apprentice series of books by John F. Flanagan, and then the cat part is kind of a nickname I have in real life, and then that is obviously my current state, where I currently am living in the state, because I'm American. So anyways, in today's video, oh my goodness, that was instant. But what I was gonna say in today's video is I'll be playing the P26A-34 M22. And let's get right into it. And okay, that guy is doing something. Okay. At least that guy's more sensible, thankfully. I think that guy's just gonna crash and not really do any helpful to our teammate, considering how erratic he's flying. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long time. I did want to do a rename for my channel because I prefer this username a lot better, to be honest. And eventually, I think I shall create, and I turned off my engine. That's, yep, smart of me. I think I shall eventually create my own guild for War Thunder so that you guys could possibly play with me in the future, and would be a bit easier to, you know, play together and, you know, have some fun together. But, yeah, I am currently just gaining altitude. Looks like we're going up against Germany, and at a He-100. I don't like those planes. Those can outclimb you really good, has good climb rate, good turn ability. At this BR, at this battle rating that it's currently at, it's pretty good. But yeah, it is a pretty small match. One of them has died just now, not too long ago. Do 17. Oh my goodness, that sheepsake is putting up a good fight on the He-100. So yeah. At the moment, I cannot really catch anything unless I go down to the kerfuffle. And if that He-100 survives and takes out our friendly British plane, then that could pose a problem to our rest of the team. And there we go, he's dead. So I shall that Do-17 I'm not gonna be catching, so time to head down into the kerfuffle. What I'm doing is what is called a side slip, where you are going against the fuselage direction against your travel. So anyways, it's called a side slip and it's used in real life. So Yeah, it's where you lose a ton of speed and a ton of altitude. You would just have to find that sweet spot where you're losing speed and losing a ton of altitude. And yeah, that's how I was able to drop so quickly from like 3,000 meters or something. And this guy is not paying attention. As what happens when you're in reserve, you gotta keep your eyes on your surroundings. Oh, now he's noticing me. And I whiffed my shots. That's just wonderful. This is kind of embarrassing, but I should be able to get him right now. Got his wing, his upper wing, so he's going down. That guy's going down as well. Medium tanks all over the front lines, but we can do the back artillery unit. There's that Do-17 I was talking about, and I won't ever be able to catch him, not at his current altitude, or even at any altitude, unless I'm like 1,000 meters above him and within 1 kilometer of him. So, yeah. Ooh, AAs. I can go after AAs. That would decrease their tickets by quite a bit. A ton of them right here. I want to lose some speed, so performing another side slip. I do recommend searching that up because okay, I need to get re-used to this gun, to where they are shooting. I haven't played this plane in so long. That guy. And saw that's left is medium tanks now, so I shall excuse me, go after the artillery units, cause we're currently hurting quite a bit on tickets, so gotta get those tickets down. That Do-17 is trying to go after the swordfish. I cannot really do anything because he's like high above me by at least 1,500. Cut power, turn about, cut more power now that I'm kind of diving down. Go. And now I shall cut some more power because this plane has some incredible low speed handling. That was kind of cutting it close. Ooh, that swordfish got the Do-17. Nice. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Must have got a pilot snipe. Well, that game wasn't too exciting. I shall be back in the next battle. Okay. And see you in the next battle. Okay, into the next battle. Awesome. Gun is 700. Gun targeting distance 700. I think I should bring that down actually to 600. Okay, everything looks good now. So, ooh, this is a bigger map. Yes, please. Thank you, game. I actually love the design of that French plane right there. It just looks so awesome. Then again, I do see a lot of those type of bush planes where I live up here in Alaska, so I do rather like that design. And yeah, bombers incoming, TB3s, which if all goes well I shall be heading towards, because that is a good ticket bleed once you destroy them. And I always try to have better ticket bleed than the other team, so that in the end, no matter what happens, our team would win due to the more tickets on our team than on their team. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, so yeah, hopefully you guys aren't too bored and I'm actually kind of entertaining. If not, you could always fast forward the video a bit, because I'd say it's maybe a minute or two until some action might happen. Although I might detour to the left a little bit, because it looks like there's a couple of I-16s climbing towards this direction. F2A should be able to get their BB1. And my teammate has two I-15s on him. Is the I-16 coming towards me? That is the question. If not, I shall try to go to my teammate to help him. Okay, that's a friendly aircraft I was hearing. I-16 is paying no attention. I shall get more altitude for the I-15, but not so much so that I don't have any speed. Time to gain speed as I'm diving, so that I have more speed at his altitude than he can actively do. As you can see, I should be able to stall him, maybe? I hope so. If not, this will be kind of a short match. Bring the landing flaps out, because that would help. And now, time to dive on him. Time to keep him interested. Nope, I do not want the head-on. This plane is very delicate. Come on, loop-de-loop, please. There we go. The I-15 is playing it smart. And I missed my shots. That's perfect and wonderful. There we go. That's a lot better positioning. Sadly, he's still gonna gain more speed than I am wanting. There we go, he's in the flat spin. There's hardly a way to get out of this flat spin at this BR. There we go, I just used my small 7.62 millimeters. Here we go. Time to do my original plan. Because I sure do love the ticket bleed and have a ticket advantage, which we currently do not. Looks like that F2A is also doing that plan that I was gonna do, or I could always go after the ground targets. Which with 3 enemy team, I think I shall let the F2A get the TB3s while I go after ground targets. And now I gotta cancel out a lot of speed, so time to do a side slip. Decrease a ton of speed and altitude. As you can see, it's deleting a lot of speed and a lot of altitude. Ooh. I nearly went into my own flat spin right there. My golly, that was kinda close. Too close for my liking. I want less speed. Because I want to hit my shots and get at least two targets before I need to pull away. I think I could potentially set up for a 3-4. Just a 2-4. I was gonna try to get that artillery, but I didn't quite have the aim for it. Hey, the TB3s are now has now entered the chat. Sadly, I think it would be more beneficial to go after these light tanks and artillery pieces. Contested airspace. Ooh, that TB3 is looking nice and juicy. I don't know why I made that sound, but yep, that happened. And open fire! No speed. There we go. And now back to the light targets. Although that TB3 there we go. Our teammate got it. Has better guns than me, so I shall head back to the light tanks. Plus I wasn't really at the altitude to engage them properly, so... No! Out of 50 cows, I'm sad. Well, I got a severe damage on him. I don't know what type of severe damage, but thank you. I'm trying to aim for its bombs. Can you please reduce your altitude, TB3? That'd be very much appreciated. go, got the bomb detonated. Time to head back to base, because I only have 22 rounds left of my 7.62. And no more 50 cals. Well, we're gonna definitely win on tickets now, because 214 and 1100 tickets, which is awesome. I don't know. FW200, that's the last guy. And I don't have any more rounds, so I cannot engage him. And besides, he's like a further 1,500 meters above me, so gonna outrun me as he's diving back to base, so no point in chasing him.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Now, time to cut power. So I could start slowing down, even though I am afraid I cut power too soon. Yes, I think I cut power a bit too soon. Or did I? Hard landing. That was one interesting landing. At least I made it onto the airfield so that I can start repairing. That is one crazy landing, that's for sure. Okay, alrighty dighty. Why not one more battle? 'Cause why not? So I shall be back in the next battle. Okay, on to the next battle. It has just started. And I didn't get into the match immediately because I was needing to get some water for my talking voice, you know, to moist up my mouth. Excuse me, I think I drank a bit too fast. I was a burp. And yeah, I shall slowly go up the tech tree of the Americans, and then I shall go on to the next country that I very much enjoy, especially the ground battles of the next country, which is Italian, which requires a lot more experience and knowledge of the maps to make Italians a bit more useful. Cause yeah, you really need to be a ambush like a trapdoor spider, because the Italian ground battles are just quite terrible when it comes to armor. I shall get a bit more speed, and time to start climbing once more. I don't know what the enemy has planned. Ooh, this is an even bigger match. Yes, please. And I think I shall have only 4 battles per video, cause yeah, I don't want the videos to be too long, but I also don't want them to be super short, you know. With ground battles, since it would be longer, I think I shall bring it down to 2 battles, maybe 3, but I do prefer to keep the battles an even number. Hence why air battles will be 4 battles long, cause yeah, I do like my even numbers. Gladiator, I-15, K-27, I shall head for the I-15 since he's away from the nearby enemies. I do have to keep an eye on that Gladiator, but not too much so, since I could easily kill his entire speed in a few turns, vertical turns. So I shall, yeah, head after the I-15. I'm approaching way too fast. He could be AFK. I do not know, since he hasn't maneuvered. Finally P26 coming. Yeah, he's AFK. There we go, now he's turning. And I missed your shots, wonderful. And he's dead. Whoa. Alright, that Gladiator is worrisome, but I have 3 teammates. One of them is being kinda useless since that I-15 is already going down. There we go. Alright, what's your move, Gladiator? Why did I just fire right there? That was not going to be a shot that I would have been hit. At least I'll get the assist when that Gladiator dies, if I don't get him. There we go, got that guy. Oh my goodness, their team is basically dead of fighters, so I think there's that J6B. I think I shall save that J6B for our teammates and go after the tanks. Why that guy's going to land? I need to be a bit more sparingly with my 50 cals, goodness gracious. Okay, that guy, oh yep. That guy just now crashed. Hello, AAs. I did not hit anything useful. I'm trying to save my 50 cows for the light tanks. Oh, that guy. Awesome. I got that one. That one got destroyed by AA. Go. Oh, I'm so glad that BB1 couldn't aim. Yes, keep turning, BB1. Okay, that BB1 is no longer a threat to me, so back to ground. No, I'm out of 50 cows. I'm sad. Well, I think that P26 has no more ammo, so I shall use the remaining 7.62 to try to get something on the BB1. No, thank you. I do not want the head-on. Time to get out of his gunner's sight. And I've got no more ammo. This is a point where I wish I had 50 cows. Well, I need to rearm, so I'm needing to head back to base. At least I'd get a kill assist. Never mind. That BB1 guy is quite good. He's a level 36, which explains his... And, yep, here we go. He's down. Time to do a small bit of tail waggling to cancel more speed. And now, time to do a nice, easy landing. And this time I shall try not to flip over. Don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, and there we go. Awesome. Getting repaired and rearmed. Remaining light tanks should win.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Yep, the remaining light tanks, once those get destroyed, we should win. And that would work as well. Awesome. Time to come back into the next battle. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm into the next battle, which has already started. And it looks like it's been at least a minute since the battle started, so, which is fine. There's an option to turn off joining battles that have already started, so that's always an option. P115. A much smaller map, so I'm not gonna gain as much altitude this time. Maybe only to 1,500. At which point I will level off, because I would like to get some plane kills, obviously. Decrease my angle of attack a little bit. So bomber way up high. Cannot really catch it. So I shall hopefully encounter some BF-109. Okay, that's the target I'm gonna be going after. And he is now diving onto the friendly D500. So I shall now level off completely. In fact, I'm gonna decrease my altitude quite a bit, because that looks like a good portion of their fighters right there. Okay, BF-109, I shall keep my altitude. Actually, because, yeah, I do prefer to have as much altitude above the enemy team as possible. I guess I shall level off right around here. That BF-109 has been injured. Ooh. HE-51. He needed to have shot a bit earlier. Okay. Here we go. Well, he now has no elevator control, as you can see. And now he's gonna enter into a flat spin, so I shall pull off of him. He's going down. That BF-109 is stalling. Still has some speed, so there we go. No more speed on him. He's going down. Whoop, I did not mean to do that, and I'm now going down, okay. Well, that is a disappointing battle, but I guess I shall Now, do a nice, easy landing on this field. Yep, that's the way some games are. You make a silly mistake, and you pay for it. I didn't think I was gonna catch up to him as fast. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you next time. Bye. Have a wonderful day.